Hi guys, welcome to this video. Over the past 3 to 4 days, I've been installing Ubuntu 26.04 and then I began setting up Ubuntu 26.04 in my own way, and we ran into some roadblocks in the past couple of videos. And finally, I think we have solved all the roadblocks, and today will be the final video in this series of videos. I hope so. So let's move over to the virtual machine where we have been doing all the work. So in the previous video, the final work roadblock that we faced was I installed the Awesome Window Manager, but I was not able to log into the Awesome Window Manager because that option was missing. So before that, we faced some roadblocks where we were not able to install the Brave browser and the only Office suite. We did that in the previous video, and before that, in the first setting up video, we installed software from the standard Ubuntu repositories. And at the beginning, we started with installing Ubuntu 26.04. So what I did that solved the issue of me not being able to switch to a window manager. So actually, when I press the username, you can see this cog wheel here. If you watch my previous video, this gear was not available. So how did I get this gear? I actually don't know why it didn't show up. I installed Qtile, which is a window manager that I use. I actually use it in my real machine. Now I'm on Qtile, although I have the Awesome Window Manager also installed. So when I installed Qtile and then I rebooted the system, this gear became visible. And if I click this gear, actually we have the Awesome Window Manager also showing up as a session, and then we have Qtile, and then we have the default Ubuntu session. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change to Qtile, and then I'm going to enter my password and press enter, and that should boot me into Qtile. Okay, so there is some error here. Okay, that was not a great error. Pfetch is not available. Pfetch, I have been using Pfetch for a very long time, so it will be in a lot of my configurations. I have to remove Pfetch and move on to fast fetch. I did that today in my real machine as well, so I have to do it. I will do it maybe in a couple of days. Now the first thing that we have to do is we have to change the screen resolution. So if I do super enter, it should actually open the terminal. It didn't open. So if I do Windows R, again that too doesn't open. So there is no way for me to open it. So this is a bit disappointing, because the thing is, the Qtile file, I don't know what is here. We are not able to open the terminal as well. Super enter should actually open the terminal. I think it is hardwired to Alacrity in this particular configuration, which is on my GitLab maybe. So what I'm going to do is, so now the thing is, we have logged into a we have logged into a window manager. In this case, it's Qtile. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off this. Maybe the turn, or at least the turn off the rebooting key binding should work. Yes, that's working. So maybe the terminal is actually hardwired to Alacrity. I actually didn't check the configuration file. I have to do some work. I've been away from this channel, and I've been mostly away from my computer as well. So my configuration files will be outdated anyway. Now this time I'm going to log in with the Awesome Window Manager. The benefit of the Awesome Window Manager is that even if you don't have access to the terminal or anything, you can always right click, and my Awesome Window Manager config actually has this menu, and even the default Awesome Window Manager config also has a menu. So here you can see it starts a Qt browser. So the default browser is actually Qt browser. Now if I do Windows R, this is Rofi. This is not dmenu. I have not set up dmenu yet. Again, Rofi is fun. It's running the Rofi drun command. Now let's change the resolution. Again, the thing is, the terminal I think is Alacrity. I think we installed Kitty. Let's see. No, we didn't install Kitty. That's the problem. Right. So let's see. Let's open up a terminal. I don't know how we missed installing terminal. You can see still the configuration file is set to pfetch. We have to change that to fast fetch, because fast fetch has been installed. We will do all those things in a little bit. First, let's change the screen resolution. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So let me clear the screen as well, because the command is coming in the end. And let's run xrandr space -s and 1920 into 1080. and that will actually change the screen resolution. Now I can make this particular command run whenever the system starts if I want to. Now let me close. Now before closing it, let's install sudo apt install. I still don't know how I missed Kitty. Maybe Kitty is not available. Kitty is available, right? So Kitty, and then let me give in the password. Here we go. These are the dependencies: kitty shell integration, kitty term info. So it's not installed. That's the thing. That's why I was not able to open it. Now the thing with Qtile is there is no mouse functionality for getting a menu or anything. Anyway, I don't use the mouse that often, even when I'm in my awesome window manager. So I just left it as it is. That was the problem. That was the reason why we were not able to do anything in the Qtile window manager. So now if I go back to Qtile, I will be able to open up a terminal. Okay, so that's it. We have done almost everything. Let me close this, and the wallpaper, because we changed the resolution, the wallpaper is like this. Wallpaper will be set for me using the feh command. So feh space, and then I give these flags: randomize, and then bg dash scale, and then the folder / wallpapers and walls, and let's just give a asterisk so that it takes everything into account. Now this command actually runs every time I refresh the window manager. So whenever I start the system, I actually get a new wallpaper. So if I do this, we'll get a new wallpaper. Yeah, fine. This is a fine looking wallpaper. Now what shall we do? Now the thing that we have to do is I actually closed the, let's open the Brave web browser. We have to set up Emacs. Now for example, if I run Emacs now, let's see. Okay, the Brave browser is taking a lot of time, and it was installed as a snap, and I've heard that snaps actually take a much longer time than a native package. So that could be the reason for Brave to take such a long time. This is actually Qubit torrent, and this is Telegram. These are all set to auto start, so that's the reason you are seeing those. The Brave browser is not opening. Let's see. Let's go to Qt browser. We don't need the Brave browser for this. So I'm opening the Qt browser. It's really fast to open. So, and let me move to Doom Emacs. So we are going to set up Emacs. So let's go here, go inside. So we have already installed Emacs. So we should be able to get Doom Emacs up and running once we do the installation. So how to do that? You just scroll down and come to the install section, copy this command, and it's asking allow website to copy. You can give Y to yes for this time alone and capital Y for always. So I'm going to give Y so that it will copy it, and then we are going to open up a terminal here. Super enter to open up the terminal, Control Shift V, and we will paste it and then enter so that it does the remaining stuff. There will be one question: generate an NVAR file. You can give yes or no. I don't think it makes a huge difference while running Doom Emacs. Y and enter, and that will do the stuff for Emacs. Now there is one thing that is concerning. The Brave browser still hasn't opened. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it from the terminal. Let's see if I do simply Brave, will it open? What error is it showing? The platform failed to initialize. Okay, failed to connect to VLAN display. Why does it want to connect to a VLAN display? Let's see. Let's run snap run, and then let's see Brave. Maybe this will fix the issue. Again, failed to initialize VLAN platform. A lot of issues are creeping up. New issues are coming up every time. So we will figure it out later. And now let's see OnlyOffice, if at least OnlyOffice is functioning, or even that wants a VLAN desktop. Still there is no sign of OnlyOffice as well. This is terribly disappointing. That's the one thing that I don't like. These universal package managers, they bring about a lot of issues. So let's run OnlyOffice from the terminal, OnlyOffice desktop editors. Again, if it shows the same error, then that's the end for Ubuntu. I won't be able to use Ubuntu comfortably. Okay, so this is doing something. Yeah, OnlyOffice desktop editors is actually running. It's running from the terminal. I don't know why it didn't run. Maybe it was the first time, so it took a lot of time. maybe I was a bit more anxious and I did it in the terminal. Whatever it is, OnlyOffice was able to launch, and you can see it's very slow. So now I'm using OnlyOffice in my Arch Linux installation, and it is not as slow as you see it happening here. It will actually open up quite fast, and I have a lot of reasons to hate snaps, and Ubuntu is giving me another reason here to hate snaps. So I don't know when this will get initialized and when this will start. Let's move over here and see this. Emacs is actually running, so I'm going to pause the video here and I will come back once this process has completed, and by the time we will hope, oh no, OnlyOffice, I hope that when that process ends, OnlyOffice will open, but OnlyOffice has already opened. That's a good thing. One thing I'm going to check, let me close this and let me run it from the run launcher and check. Yes, it's running. So Brave browser is not running. That seems to be an issue. Maybe there is a flag that will fix it. So I'll have to make a different video. I'm not going to check what's the issue mid video. So we will see. We will see if there is a fix. If there is no fix, then we have other browsers that we can use. So I'm going to pass it until this process has been completed. So Doom Emacs has been installed. Now let's see if we start Emacs, we will be launching into Doom Emacs. Let's see, Emacs GUI. No, it's opening in Emacs. I think I know what the issue is. Let's see. Let's open up a file manager. Windows Shift P should actually open up PCman FM. So let's see. Let's go to emacs.d or .config, and is there an Emacs folder here? Okay. I actually forgot which folder to delete. A folder has to be deleted. I think it's this folder. Let's see. Let's go ahead and delete this. And now let's try running Emacs. Now once again we are here. You may ask whether that will affect anything. Nah, it's not going to affect anything. If Emacs wants that particular folder, it will create that folder. Now let's see. Let's run Emacs. Again, Emacs is not running. Let's just reboot the system and see if it works. So let's log in, and again pfetch is in my bash RC. I have to remove that from the bash RC, and the resolution is not great. Let's see, let's run xrandr. Oh my god, let's close this for now. Let's set the resolution right. Okay, and then let's change the wallpaper as well. Fine, nice looking wallpaper. Now let's see, running Emacs, does it make a change? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Again, Emacs D has already been created. Let's see, we have Doom here. That Emacs folder was not created. We have our Doom configuration files here. This is my Doom Emacs configuration file. I think it will be this application, and let's do one thing. Let's kill all Emacs. Okay, now let's try running Emacs again. No, Doom Emacs is not running. Again, this is another issue that I'm facing. So we have faced two issues. Brave is not opening, and then we are not able to run Doom Emacs as well. Again, we will figure it out. It doesn't matter that much. Other than that, everything is actually working fine. This is my configuration file. I've got the wallpapers and everything. Everything else is fine. Even my run launcher is working. I have not set up the D menu. If I want, I can set up D menu. It's not a huge issue. So if I want to do that, I can go into CD into D menu. And if I want to do it, I can do sudo make install. We should have all the make files. The make command is not found, so we have to install sudo apt install base-devel. Whether is it available? It's not available here. We have to check out what is the command for that as well. So we have three issues that we have to solve. We will do that in the next video. So this video series, it seems like it's been going on for a really long time, but but we are facing a lot of issues. That's the reason why we have been going through this video for a very long time. Anyway, anytime when we are going through a new operating system, a new Linux distribution, we will find issues, but we will always find ways to solve those issues as well. That's the main thing that I want to share by doing all these video. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. If you have something to say about this video, or if you want to ask anything, you can do so in the comment section. If you think that this video will be useful to somebody, kindly share this video. Most importantly, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.